Matto, 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 gigantesco, gigantesco film del mondo, presenta.
Hold it. This isn't an Italian film.
Yes.
Forget it, I'll do it myself. Mad, Mad, Mad Films presents... How to Succeed with Girls. In glorious color and in beautiful black and white. This is Pete Boswell. Every man's choice is the person to stay away from. But every woman's choice is the man to be with when the husband is out. His secret? Be a man of action. Be a poet who writes poems which can stimulate a woman. Be aggressive. Pursue the woman. Climb a fence. Crawl through a window. Break down a door. Another man. Right now, this obnoxious character is arriving for his first day of work at a bookshop. Sometimes Pete gets fired without even showing up at a new job. This time, he made it to the door. This woman is picking out Pete Boswell's claim to fame. One published book of poetry, which she wouldn't buy even for a measly 28 cents, because she'd rather read a more intellectual book. If Pete were a nicer person, I'd tell him how to sell his book. It's simple. Get a sexy cover.
You're fat, madam.
You're fired, Pete.
This is Harvey Brubaker, the meekest man in the world. Harvey is the exact opposite of Pete Boswell. Pete does things. Harvey dreams that he does things. He has his own fantasy dream world into which he floats, in and out. Harvey's wife, Mary, is fed up with his daydreams and disgusted with Harvey being so timid. Harvey's wife has locked him out of her bedroom until he becomes more aggressive, learns to stimulate her with poetry, breaks down her bedroom door, becomes a man of action. Harvey's problem is how to become the kind of man Mary wants. In fact, just like Pete Boswell.
Every great man in history has been lied about and humiliated. If your father weren't president of the Rotary Club, I'd turn a dog loose on you. Look at Robert Fulton.
As Harvey listens, he secretly hopes some of Pete's aggressiveness will rub off on him. Sooner or later, Pete and Harvey will meet. Knowing Harvey, it will be later.
Madam, I knew a woman once got pregnant 27 months, getting bigger and bigger all the time. She got so big it was disgraceful. Claimed as long as wars and killings went on in the world, every woman ought to get pregnant, bloated, and then not pop. Refused.
What happened?
Well, the man who got her pregnant didn't want to marry her. So she went away to Pittsburgh and got a job repairing bicycles.
Boy, can that loudmouth get attention. Why doesn't someone tell him off?
Harvey, forget about other people telling Pete off. What are you, Harvey Brubaker, going to do about it?
I'm glad I'm going to work so that I can get out of here. The nerve of that man speaking to a senior citizen about pregnant women. That makes my blood boil.
Harvey is so mad he could sock Pete on the jaw. Not in reality, but in his fantasy dream world, where creatures like Pete are made of marshmallows that Harvey can toast with his hot breath. There goes Harvey's blast off into a daydream. But why now, Harvey? You're driving. It's dangerous. This is Harvey's dream. Notice how colorful everything is. In here, Harvey will be completely changed. He's a hero, ready to take on monsters, and a mad scientist, who are all really Pete Boswell in disguise.
Stop! Don't touch this pure innocent girl, or I will drill you with this 45 caliber Magnum dum-dum bullet.
You fool! Don't you realize I could rule the world for my own selfish ends? I shall become rich and powerful. People are swine. By immersing a girl in this fluid and giving her one of these pills I am testing, girls will never again need a man for reproductive purposes.
Don't you dare throw her into that hot brew and feed her pills. You're mad. The men of the world are lucky that I'm here to stop your ruthless scheme.
I will create a whole new race of obedient servants, and they will all be mine. Mine! This girl doesn't need you. This pill replaces you. You're nothing.
Miss, you gotta wake up. Come on, wake up. You'll ruin your sex life.
My name is Frankenstein Price. Try this, dearie. It won't hurt a bit.
With my luck, I got a 6-shooter with only 6 bullets.
Now, here's a good commercial for television, but I don't know for what product.
There's only one thing left. My powerful right-hand fist.
Nobody understands what I'm really like deep down inside this hairy mess.
Well, after all, you did carry things a bit far.
Why? What have I done?
Research is important in science, I know, but...
I'll get him. I'll get him if it's the last thing I do.
Evildoers are caught in the trap of their own retribution. Perish, foul fiend.
Mother, you were right. I'm becoming a nothing.
Harvey did away with Pete in his dream. But between you and me, what's a good dream without girls? I know a man that never dreamt about girls. You know what happened to him? It certainly did. So you can rest assured, Harvey is going to find some girls in his dream.
Where am I?
Everything is all right now, miss. You're saved. And science will be used only for human benefit, not evil. You better cover up.
Oh, now I remember. All those other girls. And he's got them in his power.
What other girls?
He's put them in cages. But you can set them free. They're starved for the sight of a man. That's what the devil's scientist and his evil pill have done to them. But you can set them free. You just pull that lever right there.
You want me to let them out?
Harvey, stay in your dream. Don't wake up. Here's your chance to succeed with girls. In case you didn't notice, Harvey is now rescuing 6 girls who are undressed. In distress.
Hello, boss.
Poor Harvey. Now he's having boss hallucinations. The man behind that phony mustache is actually Harvey's boss in disguise. The bald-headed ex-admiral Joseph Max, who always seems to pop up in Harvey's dreams in one form or another. He can't fire you in your dreams, Harvey. And he may even be nice to you.
It's no use, sir. I've been here 20 years. There's no way out.
Don't worry, boss. I'll get you out. Back. This cold water will relieve your passion. I know I'm the object of your mad passion, but you must learn self-control. Nobody likes to date a girl who thrusts herself forward. Put on your clothes at once.
That was Harvey in his dream. This is Harvey's office. Let's see how he handles real live people like his wife and his secretary, Sarah Plum.
There he goes, rubbing the top of his desk. What a fetish. Well, better than my last boss. He used to love watching me pick up marbles with my toes.
Miss Plum must think I'm a nut, always waxing the top of this desk. If she only knew what I really want, is to see her pick up marbles with her toes.
Oh.
It's warm in here. In my last letter to Mr. Cayenne, I'd better get the file in Arabia. If I could only do what my secretary knows I want to do.
I wish I did know what he's thinking. But plainly written all over my body.
Most men have animal magnetism. If I had it, I'd only attract animals. I'll say this much. The reason why my secretary never refuses me anything is because I never asked anything.
Machine windows.
Rue Baker, your sales are lagging. Sagging.
Yes, sir. No, sir.
And you've got to be more aggressive in your sales, boy. I need money. My wife needs money. My relatives need money. And for the last time, I'm ordering you to keep the windows closed. I run a dry ship. Carry on, Rue Baker.
Yes, sir.
Is there anything else I can do for you, Mr. Brubaker, before I go out for coffee?
No, nothing at all. I'll just go over these reports on Arabia.
This is Harvey's wife. I certainly feel sorry for our Harvey being locked out of the bedroom. Someone in the audience might ask, how did Harvey get such a beautiful wife?
Yeah, how did Harvey get such a beautiful wife?
That's a good question. You see, Harvey's father was very rich when Harvey married Mary. But on the night of the honeymoon, Harvey's father went broke. Since then, Harvey's wife has adjusted very well. And here comes one of her adjusters now. It's our poet, Pete Boswell. Even though Pete doesn't know Harvey, they use the same bar and the same wife. As you see, Harvey does have a problem. But Pete has a problem, too. He's angry because he was fired. But instead of going to one of his own girlfriends and having an argument, he goes to Harvey's wife, where he can rant and rave and recite stimulating poetry.
Get me a drink. There's one in the dingus.
Mary, you're the greatest favor of life.
Another afternoon when I listen to poems. Oh, well. Poems.
If it weren't for the kindness of you and the soul of your...
It's bad enough that Pete uses Harvey's wife. Does he have to use his liquor, too?
Salvation over me, I'd crack down the middle of my head and die.
Doesn't someone else hear your sins regularly? I don't think your head is so soft after all these years, so stop teasing.
Oh, I'd die and kill all the world with me. I'd put dynamite in the eyes of every statue in the park and blow them all to hell, marble, concrete, and tin. I'd cut through my own misery like a welding torch doing appendectomies in a charity ward.
Ooh, with such a foul mouth. Why don't you just recite me a poem and send me a rose?
To you. To you, the queen of kindness and the queen of love. The ace of my dreams and the billow of my nothingness.
You're serious.
Yes.
Love fits everybody.
The connection is universal.
I feel like Joan of Arc and the good Lady Bountiful.
You have the signal of sin in your bosom. It blesses every breath when I need it.
Is that all you need?
And the grass to eat is something that never lacks. You and the breath of you, the peace. Give me moments. That's all there is.
While Pete is giving Harvey's wife the business, Harvey is at the office, also busy.
Mr. Brubaker, this window's open again. And he doesn't like that.
Harvey acts as if he's never seen a cocktail shaker before. Notice Harvey's look, like a blank check.
I'd better get my mind on my work. Arabia, Arabia. That's what I should be thinking about.
Harvey, don't escape. Stay with it. Don't daydream.
Sales, sales, super salesman.
Too late. There he goes.
Boy, what an agent you are. I wanted to be a tap dancer.
There's my boss in disguise again.
Harvey, show the boss how you can make a super sale.
Yes, sir, I'm prepared to make immediate delivery of 12 carloads of Max's waxes. Best wax in the world. Everyone is banging out more now to get Max's waxes. I am prepared to prepare Max's waxes in the finest prepared package, available for overseas consumption. 5,000 cans of mustache wax, the finest synthetic floor wax, flea wax, bee wax, car wax, sealing wax, and nose wax. Our corporation is listed on the New York Stock Exchange. Do I know this girl? For the first time, our wax is available. 1 pound cans, great cans, 10-gallon jars, 55-gallon drums, tables, tins, bottles. I'm offering you this wax even though I have other sultans begging for the 12 carloads and willing to pay twice the price I'm asking. This price, which is a good price for wax. When Sultan Combe called, willing to pay before delivery, I had to fight him off. I may be a super salesman. I remain true to my regular customers. You know, I know this girl from someplace.
Brush just Robert's Jip.
Yes, sir. That's what I always say, too. And is there anything else, sir?
Sure, yes, sure.
While Harvey comes out of his dream flat on his back, His wife is flat on her bed.
Did you get fired again?
Yes.
You'll get another job.
With my references. Anyhow, I was thinking of something else.
Maybe your husband could get me a job selling waxes.
Harvey?
And you could divorce him and marry me.
I'd have to support you.
You support my pleasures. You bathe me and soothe me and make me whole. What more could I ask? You are the international flesh of trembling fixations.
Now I join your army of thousands.
Oh, the 1,000 I don't have.
You're crazy. But at least it's pleasant. I don't know why I let you.
We know why you let him. Because your husband is in his office daydreaming instead of breaking down the door to your bedroom. Go home, Harvey. Go home.
Now hear this. Now hear this. Rue Baker, are you dreaming again? I ask you to push foreign sales, and I get a memo from you telling me to push foreign sales. And the memo also said you had an order for 1 million tons of wax candles. Now that's really dreaming, boy. Nobody needed that much wax since Edison invented that damned electric light bulb. Now get with it, boy. Give my love to the wife, get on Arabia, and carry on.
I'll get right on Arabia, sir.
Back to Harvey's fantasy with the Sultan who talks like Pete. He even looks like Pete. In fact, to Harvey, it is Pete.
Hold on there! Release that harem slave. Now listen, Sultan. I came to get that order for the 20 tons of harem wax, but you're keeping these young ladies practically a slave. I may be a wax salesman, but I'm an American citizen, too, and I demand you release these young ladies at once. That may be all well and good, sir. But these ladies are suffering under the evil tyranny of your tyrannical evil. And I have come to put an end to it. Don't worry, girls. I will set you free.
Harvey, that's not a ballpoint pen in your hand.
All morning.
I will fight on alone with the help of my health food, deodorant, and pain reliever. Boy, I wish my wonderful, faithful wife could see me now. Parry, thrust, parry, thrust. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hey, maybe I'm discovering a new dance craze.
Forget it, Harvey. Men dancing with bearded men will never catch on. Now, Harvey, now. Save her while he's doing the dance of the 7 veils.
I beg your pardon, miss. My name is Harvey Brubaker. I'm a married man. But what red-blooded American could refuse to rescue a girl as beautiful as you are from the clutches of a evil sultan?
Oh, you brave man. You're risking your life to save me. How can I ever repay you?
Tell her, Harvey. Tell her how she can pay you.
I'll try to think of something.
This is a typical domesticated sultan's palace. While the sultan fights on, the girls go about their business, silently praying that the sultan gets killed, or at least gets his itchy beard cut off. Now, this girl isn't sick or mad. She's just used to the sultan's duels and all the blood that's going to be spilled. But how can she eat at a time like this? This is the Sultan's first aid girl. Her job is to iron bandages. The Sultan used to send his bandages out to the laundry, but they insisted on putting starch in them. The white object is not an icebox. It's a refrigerated Arabian outhouse, which is why so many Arabians suffer from irregularity. And here comes the cure.
So the Sultan traded one blonde, one brunette, and a belly dancer for little old me. And I don't even have a navel.
No.
Our harem had 34% fewer cavities. But we didn't have one cavity to begin with.
These girls are not playing cards. They're telling the Sultan's fortune. The cards say that Harvey is ready to give up the fight and throw in his sword.
I give up. Who could ever win?
Truly a masterful stroke. You know, you remind me of Douglas Fairbanks.
Does it hurt very much?
Only when I laugh. I say, do you have anything for indigestion?
Harvey doesn't seem to want to wake up. Why should he? Harvey is now the Pisha Pasha of Persia, ready and able to take care of the harem girls. Well, not quite ready. That might come later, after Pete and Harvey meet.
No. Girls. Now listen here, Mr. Max. I've come to a crisis in the decision of my entire life. And right here, let me tell you that every man has a right to some dignity, some self-respect. And furthermore, I don't care if you are president of Max's Waxes Corporation. You can't shove me around. You can't holler at me. You can't treat me this way. You can take your job. You can take it.
I thought I heard you call, Mr. Brubaker. Well, if there is anything you do want, you just pucker up and whistle.
One of his ties. You've got one yourself.
Yeah, but look at it, crinkled. You want me hanging around the pool hall reciting poetry in a crinkled tie? Where's your sense of pride?
All right, take one from the closet. I guess they won't know the difference.
Oh, I will. Did you pick it out yourself?
Of course not. Now, hurry up. He's coming home. He only stops in for one beer on Saturday at that cabaret with the masks of drama.
I'll wear it next to my heart. Oh, you're pledged to me by the love that's flesh and bottle and bone.
Call me next week. Only don't make it too early.
Call you? Are you kidding? You'll have to wait on line after Margie, Millie, Mabel, the Pickle Sisters, and Lorena. Oh, but Lorena! Look, I gave them no reason this time. They just gave me the axe. Oh, Lorena!
I won't have you in here if you're unemployed.
Why not, damn it? We're engaged.
6 years today.
Oh, I've been like a servant to you. More, a husband even.
I don't want you anymore.
Oh, Lorraine, I want all the sweet things we've ever dreamed about.
I'm not dreaming now. You go away or I'll call the manager.
That dirty little pipe smoker, I'll throw him in a pool and drown him.
I'll call the police.
Lorena, I'm stuffed to my gizzard today. I'm starving. I could devour you.
Go someplace else.
You want me to be a damn shoe salesman? Got more brains in my butt than your father had in the whole wash tub.
What have you done that's so great? Pushing public textbooks on a bunch of kids.
I helped them.
And they'd be better off out in the fields rooting flowers with the pigs. Ah, come on, just let me in once, Lorena.
You're scared of me. That's it, you're scared.
Oh, Lorena!
You're chicken-livered.
The citizens stick their heads in the TV, then up a vacuum cleaner and what's left. They won't listen, they won't think.
Oh, they're wrong, but you're right. The great Pete. Get a steady job. Get a job and hold it.
A job? I'm a naval hero, an unemployed submarine sinker. During the war, I sank thousands of German U-boats.
That'll show him.
Harvey! What are you doing here? Hey, you must have stopped been fooling around.
What? Who are you?
Well, I'm Pete. We're practically related. You know me.
You live out there on Madley Street, don't you?
Yeah, I guess I have seen you around. Didn't you used to know my wife from over at the university?
Didn't even know you were married, Harvey. You know, I've been looking for you a long time. I got a great idea. How about you and me starting a jazz band and making a tour of Europe and Asia?
Are you serious? I don't even know how to play a musical instrument.
You know? Mm-hmm. That's too bad. I don't know how to play anything. I was counting on you to be the one with the musical brains. Did you say you were married?
Sure. You know I am. You used to know my wife from over at the university?
Oh, she was that short, fat woman with red hair. No offense.
No, she's a tall girl with black hair. Here's a picture.
Harvey, don't let Pete kid you. Of course he knows your wife. He even knows her blood type. Hot.
Oh, no, I never saw that one before. I used to know a woman in Cleveland looked a lot like her, but she had a husband who looked like a white rabbit and hung around saloons.
Aren't you the guy who had the poems printed? Didn't you go to Washington High?
Oh, no. I'm a West Pointer, the same family as General Custer. Harvey, why don't you and me have a couple of beers before something happens?
What do you mean something happens? I'm practically home.
The cork is all set to blow. Well, we haven't got much time left. Come on, let's have a couple of beers before it's too late. On me! Harvey, how come you gave up stamp collecting?
I never collected stamps.
Gee, I'd have sworn it. Hey, wouldn't you have sworn this Finn collected stamps?
Who's paying?
Great God, in the morning, I had my last dollar of the cancer research. Hey, Harvey, could you pay for these until I get a singing engagement for my voice? The money is fabulous.
But you were the one who ordered the beers.
Weren't we buddies in high school? Didn't we blow the cork on the jazz apple?
I went to high school in Detroit.
Well, in just 1 minute, this Apache here is going to grab one of us and start cooking by the foot.
I got to get going. My wife has probably got dinner ready. She expects me home pretty quick.
You sure let that woman dominate your life. Why'd you quit selling insurance and go into something worthwhile like advertising?
I sell waxes.
You don't say. You know, I had a great, strong interest in waxes, only my boyhood prevented me from achieving my ambitions. Did I ever tell you about that? Well, you see, they sent me to reform school because they caught me and this little girl in the packing crate practicing for when we'd grow up. Neither one of us knew very much, but you gotta compliment effort.
They sent you to reform school for that?
They claimed it was infinitesimal rape. I was 12 and she wore glasses. Give him another beer, Cochise. Me and Harvey are going home for dinner. But shouldn't I bring some flowers or something?
I don't know what Mary's fixed. She isn't expecting. I don't know.
Don't worry about it. Whatever you have is all right. I mean, don't go to any special trouble for me. I'm just one of the boys. I never have been the kind to put on airs.
Skull!
I don't know if it'd be all right without telling her ahead of time or something.
That's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong, Harvey. A woman likes to be surprised.
Look, who's paying?
You're a troublemaker. Now wrap up a nice bottle of wine and put it on his bill. I'm sure Mary will love wine.
Harvey, look, you're a regular guy. You come in here every night for a beer. Now, my advice to you is to stay away from this guy. I know for a fact he's a deadbeat, a sponger. He don't work steady, and personally, I think he's got a screws. Do you know what I mean?
I sure hope my wife isn't mad about someone extra for dinner.
All right, Harvey, we'll take your car. Hey, watch out! You might have hit my friend Harvey here. Why ought I have you arrested for loitering?
Police!
Hit him, Harvey! Are you going to let him call your wife a public horse trump? Why, I ought to strangle him with my bare hands.
Oh, he didn't do anything. Besides, he's a nice man.
He's crazy. You better get him off the streets before the police get him.
Shake! As the last survivor von Richthofen's blind circus, I congratulate you. My advice to you is poison your wife, collect the insurance, and play the horses. Goodbye.
Harvey, there's a possibility you might get into trouble with this kind of a person. But then again, there's a possibility you might learn something.
Goodbye, Cleopatra.
Harvey, is that you?
Honey, I got a little surprise for you.
Madam, I greet you as a friend of the family. Harvey knows everything about me.
Well, honey, let me explain.
Whatever she says, don't believe it. I'm a complete stranger. You and I are white rabbits and brothers, share and share alike, the both of us. Oh, the wine was for a ship launching, but they postponed it.
Honey, it'll be all right for dinner, won't it?
Oh.
She's probably in a family way a bit excited about it.
Oh.
What did you do this afternoon, madam?
Don't you feel well? We're having Peter Boswell for dinner.
No, nothing in the house.
What about those lamb chops I saw on the refrigerator? I distinctly saw lamb chops.
Oh, I'm getting so sick.
Maybe she gets too much exercise.
Honey, couldn't we have something? I sort of invited Pete for dinner and...
Oh, God, I don't feel well at all.
I know what's wrong with her.
What?
She is sex-starved. Look at those weak eyelids. When was the last time...
Pete!
Harvey! Here's your chance. Punch Pete in the nose and carry your wife into the bedroom. Let's see what Harvey is going to do.
That's a strong question to ask a husband.
I mean it. I'm your best friend. She's sick from lack. Plain lack.
Harvey, I don't feel well. Will you cook something for yourself, or better yet, will you go out for dinner?
A woman's place is in the kitchen cleaning thunder mugs. And if you think I'm going to have Harvey cook dinner for me, I'd die first. Get in there and cook your husband's dinner.
Pete, you can't talk that way about my wife.
I got a great idea. Let's eat out. Leave her here and we'll have a big time out on the town.
Pete, please. I don't think we really ought to leave her here.
Live it up. You just got stuck with a frigid wife, that's all. I'll find you a woman. That's what I'll do. Dinner, Harvey. Nightclubs.
Yeah?
It's all set. We'll have steaks, lobster, champagne, the works. On me.
Harvey, when are you going to stop being so timid? Hasn't this guy Pete bothered you enough? Why do you stand for it? Why don't you do something about this loudmouth?
I'm trying. I will.
Then please try a little harder.
I make a fair salary, but I can't afford a dinner like this.
I told you I'd pay, didn't I?
But I don't think you have any money. I think I feel sick.
Waiter, bring some more wine. It'll help your digestion. Harvey, I want to tell you one of the greatest pleasures in life is chewing on a woman's leg. My God, what a shape on that woman.
Pete, for the love of Mike, do you want to get us thrown out of here?
Harvey, you're a lucky man.
What do you mean?
Didn't you see the way she looked at you?
She didn't look at me. Did she?
Look at you. She was practically taking your clothes off right here in public. I saw you.
You're crazy. That woman's going to call the manager.
That means she'll call a motel. Oh, you're a dog, Harvey.
She'll get us thrown out of here.
My God, those hips! Tell you, the flesh in that woman would drive a saint to eat trees like a beaver. Shh. Beg your pardon, sir? Hips! What do you think I'm talking about?
Would you care for anything else?
What are you having, dear? My friend here is crazy about you, and you ought to see the chest on it when he's got his shirt off. To you and Harvey, you
beautiful creature. She'll send a chauffeur for you.
My friend here owns oil wells. That's why he has grease under his fingernails. Oh, but he can dance. Oh, Lord, can he dance? Show her, Harvey. Dear Mrs. X, the news about your husband is confidential. A woman is concerned, but you must not worry. You can trust me. Love can sometimes be shameful. Respectfully yours, a friend. Waiter! Waiter! Here, take this to that lady.
Are you crazy? What do you know about her?
Harvey, you've got a mother fixation. Don't worry about it. This woman will be good for you.
I beg your pardon. Did you write this note to me?
Harvey and I have nothing but your best interests at heart. The suffering you've had to endure.
I'm sorry, ma'am. My friend has had a few too many drinks.
Harvey, will you shut up and pay attention? If you knew all that stood behind this would bring tears to your eyes. But not another word. You just take it easy.
But how could I have known about Fred?
Oh, you can trust in me. There, now sit down right here. Oh, this is Harvey Brubaker.
That note. You are private detective.
Oh, I am. Harvey here is vice president of Standard Oil.
How did you find out about Fred?
Shall I use your full name? No, I'd better not. The less said, the better.
Just use Melba.
Certainly. Now, first, he's gone away from time to time, right?
Yes, but he never gave me the slightest sign that
You gotta quit this. We don't know this woman.
Melba, a woman's tears mean everything to this man. When you say Harvey, you say true blue. Do you see what I mean? Well, if it weren't for him, we wouldn't be here this minute.
You mean it was he who found out the years I've given to that man, and then some little hussy...
Harvey, comfort the little woman.
Go ahead, kiss her. I can't do that. I don't even know this woman. And besides, she's married to a husband. You heard her say that.
Melba, I want you to lean your head on Harvey's shoulder and forget all about those lace negligees your husband has been giving that woman. You know what he did? He took your picture, smeared dog food on it, and then let the cats lick it off. He gave that girl a fur coat and a sports car with aqua sidewalls and pink leather upholstery.
And to think we were married in Bonnie Bridge.
Oh, lean on Harvey.
Go ahead, massage her a little. I don't know what you want me to do, Pete. You know about Mary and me, and she isn't going to like it one bit.
Don't believe him, Melba. Mary is a pet pig he feeds X-Lax to.
She is not.
Harvey, did you bring your pajamas?
Pete, I can't go any place with you.
Don't worry about it. What do you do at the beach cottage is your own affair. I'm not going to be there. I say love will find a way. Right, Melba? Hey, go ahead. Here, sign this. We'll sue Fred for every cent he's got.
But this is for all the dinners.
Well, it goes on Fred's tax account, don't you see? This will be your proof that you were estranged. Now, come on. I'll show you the photographs, the whole file.
File? Photographs?
You think the man was an acrobat. Go ahead, add the tip there. Now, let's see. The beach later, Harvey. But now, lechery, vice, nightclubs, all the pleasures that money can buy. On me.
Oh, you naughty boy.
Did you hear that? Melba yelling, Harvey, stop that. Stop that. What Harvey is doing, we can't show. But he must be having a real good time.
I said dance, damn it!
Boy, as soon as there's a smell of money, that Pete certainly comes alive. That's what I call being shrewd.
Come on, dance. Come on, let's dance. Come on, get up on that stage and dance. That's right. Let's dance.
I'm a
Get Let's
Pete.
dance.
I won't
Dance. Come on. Let's make some noise. Let's dance. You lift this foot.
You can't do that to that girl.
Got second foot up.
What's that, a dance?
Pete. Oh, let's dance. Let's dance. Oh, you gotta dance.
Even though Pete knocked you right out of reality and into a dream, you're learning, Harvey. Better luck in your dreams, old man. You deserve it.
Just a minute there, stranger. You can't do that.
Oops. Excuse me, ma'am.
For the first time, Harvey is going to have a real angry dream. Pete had better watch out for our Western hero, dressed as a dude.
Please, ma'am. Take your feather out of my eye.
Get out of here, you tin-horn dude! What do you mean, busting up the Floridora sextet?
Get out the way you came in and bang!
Whoa! That isn't the way William S. Hart did it.
That isn't the way you should do it either, Harvey. Instead of waking up, Harvey's coming back to get Pete.
Oh, come on, ma'am.
I thought I told you to get your dumb face out of here, stranger.
You better wait a minute. You can't force that young girl to dance if her moral proclivities preclude it.
What? You can't tell me what I can do and what I can't do.
Out, dude. You're going this way.
Stop that racket! What happened to the music, damn it? Maybelle, open this door or I'll break your arm. Now get out here and shimmy.
No! No! Never! I'd rather die than shimmy for all those men!
I'm gonna break this door down, Maybelle.
Harvey's learning. If he can't get in the front door, he uses the back door.
Miss, what is a girl like you doing in a place like this?
He won't let me go. He beats me. And men come here every
That
night.
scoundrel! It makes my blood boil.
It's him. What can I do?
Come out here, Maybelle.
I won't.
Maybelle, come out here or I'll foreclose on the mortgage and throw your sick mother into the river.
I won't let him ruin your virtue.
Stop! In the name of truth and justice. Maybe she's somebody's sister.
That's right, she's my sister. Now come on, Maybelle. Come out here and shimmy. Let go of this white slave. She's doomed to a degraded life and a sorrowful narcotic end.
Please don't make me do this shimmy.
Not as long as I have this powerful right arm. Come, let us leave this den of iniquity forever.
Harvey, you did it! If Maybelle faints, there's your chance.
If Maybelle won't dance, maybe she'll pick up marbles with her toes.
Oh.
Now 3 nights. Boy, Mary's going to be worried about me. But who cares? I had a great time.
A man is nothing but an empty bombast, squirting around the atmosphere, pretending.
Oh, what a night, what a night. Whew.
Fred's rotten.
Because you thought he was remarkable. You thought he could Charleston and make a lot of money. Of course, you'd have married the first remarkable cluck whose father gave him a car and smelled nice. The mother bird looks for what's most remarkable around and then offers herself for pregnancy. That's love. You hear that, Lorena? That's love!
I could have been a ballet dancer. Now that's all gone.
I want to call Lorena. I'm going to show her. Harvey, get me a telephone.
Get it yourself.
Let's live!
Harvey, I want you to get me a job selling waxes.
Become a solid citizen. Get married.
All right. We'll make believe Lorena's my wife. Go on, we'll tell her the good news.
Who'd marry you?
Happiness, Harvey. Happiness for all of us. I'm going to be selling waxes.
Take me home, Marlon.
Do you really think I'm Marlon?
Take me home and be bad to me, you beast.
All right, the both of you are taking me, Lorena. Come on.
Between you and me, did you ever see 3 nuts like these?
I'll be out in 5 minutes. Wait here.
Don't you think that since a little of Pete has rubbed off on Harvey, Pete would have gotten something from Harvey in return? Like a little nicer?
What's that? How did you get in? I changed the keys.
The window was open.
All right, get back out the window. Go on, get out.
I could sleep on the floor. I could cover myself with your rug, couldn't I?
If you think I'm going to feel sorry for you, you're mistaken. The only thing I feel for you anymore, Pete, is disgust. You might have been something, but you're a complete and rotten waste, and you know it.
If I had the choice between procuring on stilts for a Madison Avenue brothel or selling tambourines for the Salvation Army, I'd still come home to you and die like a lovesick walrus. Could I have a pillow?
I'll call the police.
Oh, I'll scream like a gelded pig. I'll tell them you hired me from an escort bureau and then wouldn't pay me. I'll rip off all my clothes, run down the hall, and say you made an indecent proposal.
Why do you do these things, Pete? Why?
Well, can't you see? People live and they die and they grunt and they stew, and what does all of it mean? If I saw any meaning to it, if there was one damn thing worthwhile, then it'd be different.
Would you do something for me?
It's too late. You had your chance. I'm sleepy now, and besides, you're too sweaty.
Just name a crusade. I'll join. I'll do anything, if only you stood for something.
Oh, I can't go much of that without busting into a hymn.
There you go.
All right, so I have a crusade. One to save the free world economy from ruin. We pass a law that every man, woman, and child in the United States has got to drink a 1/5 of whiskey every day. There'll be no layoffs, no depressions. Everybody will have jobs making whiskey. Population will be passing away at an early age, so you won't need wars to kill them off. Farmers will be happy. There won't be any surpluses of corn, barley, and rye. People will be so drunk they'll be wrecking one car after another, and think of all the jobs we'll be giving to Detroit. The Pete Boswell plan, compulsory whiskey. And if they don't drink, force it down them, and they'll stop all this radical talk about socialized medicine for pregnant dogs.
You were going to enroll in law school just after you read the biography of Clarence Darrow. But you didn't. You were interested in union democracy, but that ended in a beer parlor with some Mexican foundry workers. You were going to build war refugee camps with the Quakers, but you didn't.
No, I didn't.
You think about who you can sponge off next, or who you can con into slipping off her girdle, or who you can make for a free meal.
Honey, I know you won't believe this, but I went to see about a job. Only married men, they said. I said I was married. To you. If you could meet me at the plant manager's house, I think I could clinch it. If you don't, you don't, that's all. Please, in a half hour.
Well, this is certainly a different approach for Pete to gain Lorena's sympathy. Maybe it isn't an approach. Perhaps Pete is serious.
All right, Doctor. I'll give him another day or two and then I'll call the police. But I won't make a move without consulting you. I'll see you next Wednesday as usual.
I kept ringing the bell. Is this Brubaker residence?
Yes, I'm Mary Brubaker.
I'm looking for... I'm supposed... Well, I'm Pete Boswell's wife.
Pete Boswell's wife?
I understand he was going to meet your husband here about a job.
You mean that louse is married?
What do you mean, louse?
Sister, I don't know what you're selling, but you ought to be in the circus.
I'm terribly sorry. What's so incredible about me being Pete's wife?
Well, honey, if you ask a question like that, you don't know the guy at all. What's he done with Harvey?
Well, obviously, you know him quite well.
You're damn right, sweetie. And knowing him as well as I do, you need sympathy.
All right, I'm not Pete Boswell's wife. But do you know where he is? He said something about your husband was supposed to give him a job as a wax salesman.
I don't think Harvey could get him a job as a janitor. And anyhow, where's that louse gone with my husband?
Hurry up, Harvey. We gotta get to your house.
Then stop talking and help me.
Don't they look like psycho-ceramics? Crackpots.
Nah.
He comes in the door, he stays for a while, and then he goes out. Nobody's hurt and nothing happened.
Write a book, I'll buy it.
You're hurt and you're a fool for it.
You're right. I'm hurt, but I love. I'm not empty.
I'm not empty either. I just love and live. And I don't worry about a thing.
You must be fixed.
Oh, hot. He brought my husband here and talked about just everything. Now that's sadism.
I flow and come alive when it's him.
Well, have it any way you can get it. That's what I say. Any way you can get it.
The mote in my eye unextinguished, my cross and burden taken up, not wisely, but too well.
You intellectual dolls get your feet in the way of your feelings.
I still want him.
I didn't wear him out. You're welcome. He's a sweet plum. But he shook my tree all he's gonna.
Pete, you're lying about your poetry, just the way you lied about being a detective. But who cares? I have to admit I've had a wonderful time. I thank you, gentlemen. How's your headache, Pete?
I stand before you refreshed and sober. The poet revealed, the prophet of the new age, the unfrocked messiah of all things.
Harvey, I wish you'd find a service station.
What a poet. Can't understand half he's saying, and the other half is even worse.
Harvey, you'll have to find a service station, or that's all.
Did Paul Revere stuff for a thing like that?
I used to recite poetry when I was little. Trees, the whole damn thing. I don't believe you've got a book of poems.
Challenged by the rude and unwashed scoffers, I'll show you. The umbilical cord and the Gordian knot. Death before dishonor. Charge! Come on, I'll buy one of the damn things and pay the 28 cents out of the glass size of a stuffed owl. Lights, cried the king.
Is that one of your poems?
Fleas on the fat dog and grease on the money dripping. Spit in the eye on all things consecrated, fiscal nirvana. What shall it profit a man if he win all the world and lose his soul? Mary of the hollyhock's vision, kiss my lonely eyes.
Doesn't rhyme very much.
You see my name on the cover? Cloth binding. Here, listen to this. Thou shalt not kill an eye for a tooth, the oculist dentist would say. And all of them fill the gory old riddle in the smell of a patriot's day. I've got a sick mind and a rupture from trying to uplift the humanity of a disordered time.
I've just busted the window of a dying Samaritan. The road to good intentions is paved with hell. You! I paid for the book. Worthless, irresponsible, sneaking drunk. Hey, you fish peddler, I'll pay for the damn dog.
You and your piddling book, do you think you're the first man that ever wrote a book? Look at me, he says. Pity me, I'm a writer and no one listens. Oh.
You're a fish peddler.
The good ones worked. They did something, and they didn't rot in their own precious self-pity.
Work? Well, I'll peddle fish and I'll do it 10 times better than you. Hey, you see this? We have the cameras up there all the time. You'll be famous. Come on and buy a book. Hurry, hurry. The television spectacular's about to begin.
How much are they?
Oh, they're marked down. $1.98, 2 for $5.75.
Was you really making a television show?
Your face, dear lady, has now kissed the eyes of more people coast to coast than Helen of Troy. Your breath is the whisper of spring and sweet promise. Are you her lover?
I'll take one of them there books.
Melba, show this gentleman to the cash register. Did you ever see a jet plane dive from 10,000 feet into a kettle of vegetable soup? Madam, I don't want to marry your daughter. All I want to do is add 3 inches to your mind and prevent a national depression.
Mother, if you take 2, you can give 1 to your son.
Say, Peter, that burglar alarm is connected down at the station. Whether we like it or not, there'll be cops here.
Yeah, those television actors, they're a riot. It's all showbiz, you know. Here, buy 1 for your dog. Read a man's book. There's a tattoo on the cover. A wonderful book. The personal story of trying to mate a kangaroo and a grizzly bear. And to think at first they wouldn't even hold hands. Buy a book. Read a poem. The knowledge of the ages at your fingertips.
Say, Louie, I'm a little bit confused. You know I'm new on this job, and I've got to make a report.
Don't worry about a thing. That's my new manager up there.
But what about the report?
My new manager.
Aren't you ever going to stop?
Oh, my God, is that woman I told you about, the one with the glass eye and the birthmark? The way these pregnant women follow me about.
That's the price that all great poets pay. Women adore us.
Kiss me.
If he thinks he's a great poet, then I can think I'm a great statesman.
Harvey, you're not a great statesman, so stop acting like Pete Boswell. Harvey, where are you going?
I will go to the summit meetings. I will meet representatives of all the other nations in the world. And I promise you peace, freedom, and prosperity. The Harvey Brubaker plan for disarmament. An end to hunger. But friendship among all peoples. UN ambassadors that I have invited will certainly have to come around to my point of view, or I'll cut off their foreign aid. If I get mad enough, I'll cut off their supply of waxes.
Mr. Brubaker,
Yes, Miss Johnson.
the representatives from all the nations are here to see you now, Mr. Brubaker.
All right, send them in. Let's see, I'll take 2 European, 1 Asian, 1 Balkan, a Scandinavian, and one of those new nations, about 6 to start with.
Yes,
Mr. Brubaker, the summit meeting representative of the Republic of French Lorraine, of Transylvania, of the Orient, of Scandinavia, of the United Middle Eastern Republic, of the Union of Socialistic Republics.
In his dreams, Harvey is finally using his head. But can he take care of these women?
I can take care of anything. At least I can try. Vive French Lorraine, mademoiselle. I'm so glad you could come.
This is highly unusual, but my government has given me power to act.
My government was glad to send a representative as you requested. But even for world peace, this is most irregular.
I suppose you all wonder why I have brought you here together. This is a secret summit meeting of all the nations of the world, and I had placed in front of each of you attaché cases containing the treaties of peace and cooperation that all of you will sign on behalf of your respective nations. Yes, my dear. The representative from the Orient, I believe?
My government wished to inquire why you should require that the ambassadors have to be girls.
I suppose all governments were a little curious about that. But I had to have it that way. You see, if they sent politicians and generals, all they do is fight. I think we can sell things right here among us. And then with all the other girls. And after all, why should one country be madder than another country?
My government would not consent to this at all, except for the great respect and trust and confidence we have in you personally, Mr. Brubaker.
There's plenty of food in the world, enough to go around, and we'll settle the health problem. The boundaries are really nothing to worry about. And as for war, who wants to fight a war? All you do is get killed.
On behalf of Scandinavia, my government proposes that we all sign a declaration against war and pledge to settle all national differences by arbitration.
All in favor, please raise their right hand.
Let the records note that French Lorraine, the nation that leads all others in love, is the first to vote yes.
Let the record note that the Latin people, who are foremost in the world for love, will vote for peace.
We who have been masters in the art of love since the days of ancient Egypt give our vote for peace.
But love is a socialist invention. And under our 5-year plan, there is more love for every citizen than any capitalistic nation in the world.
Our country, of course, represents the highest art of love.
Now, ladies, I detect a slight note of competition among you. You are here for unity, not dissension.
Then French Lorraine must be known as the nation that leads all others in love.
But what about free love in Scandinavia?
Latin love is very warm and good for the human soul.
Please. But in socialism, we have a set quota for the most love of all.
Quiet!
The art of love is from the mysterious land of the Nile.
Quiet!
I demand that Oriental love be granted full equality with all other nations.
Quiet! Now, the vote was 6 in favor of peace with no abstentions. The first matter we have to deal with is the distribution of foodstuffs and prevention of disease epidemics.
I demanded that first she retracted that statement about French Lorraine being the greatest nation for love.
I will retract nothing.
You both are fools. Free love in Scandinavia means everything.
More than half the people in the world are Asians. We lead the world in love.
You are all fools. We won the Olympic Games. We will win all love competitions.
Ladies, we mustn't let these international differences disrupt our work.
That dress you're wearing, my dear, is typical of what you know about love. The design is there. And yours fits you like a potato sack.
Please, ladies, we are here to sell wars, not to start one.
Please? Please, girls? Please?
Oh, ladies, what about signing my treaty to save the world? The peace of the world means something, doesn't it? Stop. Stop, ladies. I command you. Stop. Now you come back here and put those treaties that will save the world back in your cases. Faster. I command you, faster. Stop! I command you, put your clothes back on at once.
Harvey, you now have a commanding personality. You've learned how to handle 6 women all at once. Use it, Harvey. Use what you've learned on your wife. Get back to that bookstore. Assert yourself. Get in there, Harvey. Go.
That's right, madam. It's coast to coast. Buy a book. Harvey, take that drum, beat it, and be creative.
I'll be more than creative. I'll beat this drum. Then I'll go home and beat my wife. And then she'll love me.
Hey, that's the way to talk, Harvey. Let's go, Lorena. I've got a job, and maybe you'll get a wedding license.
You're an 8, but I'll buy you a cup of coffee. Do you love me?
Like a brass band going over Niagara Falls.
And so Pete has made his first concession in life. He got a steady job. So when you people in the audience go to work tomorrow, look around you. You might be standing next to Pete Boswell. Then after work, when you go home, be prepared. Your wife might have a surprise for you.
Mary, your husband's home. Mary, your man is here.
Harvey?
This is a changed Harvey, a man of action. If you expected Harvey to break down the door to his wife's bedroom, you're mistaken. Harvey used his head. He turned the doorknob like everyone should, which definitely shows that he has changed.
Mary, Harvey's here.
Harvey?
Mary? Mary, your man is home.
Oh.
Get ready, baby. This is Harvey, your husband. You know what I want, baby.
Oh, Harvey, stop that now. Oh, Harvey, stop that. Harvey, stop. Oh, Harvey. Oh, oh, ooh.
Whee!